Albanese defends Australian immigration changes. Today's video is part 1 of our 3-part video series about the immigration changes announced in the recent federal budget for 2022 to 2023. In part 1 today, we will discuss the Australian Prime Minister's remarks about the latest immigration changes. Recently, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese defended the modifications made to Australia's migration program in his government's first federal budget. He stated that the government had allocated a considerable amount of funds for the migration program. According to the budget revealed in October, the Australian government will provide an extra $576 million over the course of 4 years to the Department of Home Affairs for activities which include offshore processing costs, supporting refugees and visa processing. Prime Minister Albanese stated that this is a significant improvement in funding for Home Affairs, as the government is trying to get the processing of visas going again. The $576 million amount includes an additional $194 million to make up for the deficit in funding for maintaining overseas processing centres, including around $150 million to be used in the 2022 to 23 fiscal year. The government intends to spend around $632 million in 2022 to 2023 on overseas processing. According to some reports, recently a private prison operator has been provided with a $47.3 million contract to manage Australia's offshore processing centres in Nauru for 2 months. The private prison operator will be paid more than $750,000 on a daily basis to provide services for 111 detainees for a period of 62 days. While addressing Australia's visa backlog, Prime Minister Albanese also stated that almost 1 million people were waiting for their visas to be processed when his government took office, which in turn further aggravated the issue of skill shortages in Australia. He further added that the delays in visa processing are hindering family reunions and negatively affecting the people who want to visit Australia and its economy. He stated that the substantial investments are in line with his party's promise prior to the elections. Yet still, some critics have stated that the latest federal budget has failed to keep up with expectations. Our video for today ends here. Stay tuned for part 2 of this series, in which we will look at what visa changes have been introduced in the recent budget. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.